Okie doke. Excuse me, getting choked up there. All right, I have cut and colored some more. So we have our main pieces. We have all kinds of windows and bushes and flower pots or window pot things. You know what I mean? Topiaries, all kinds of stuff. The welcome home sign. All right, so I think I have everything. So let's get some instructions here and see. Okay, so we traced all that out. We colored it. We cut it. Okay, so here we go. Fold back side to back side. Let's see, this is 5A. All right, so let me get my roof. And I did fold it because I needed to see where we were. And on this, I will show you. What's that? On your, that's all kinds of wonky there. Oh, that needs to be scooted in. Okay, sorry. Okay, on your stamp for your tiles, your roof. Okay, it's not just one big one. So you're going to have it, you know, where you see the little loop-de-loops like that. Okay, that's going to go on one side, and then turn it around and do that. Okay, just so you'll know. So you need 2 of those. Stamp that. All right. Let me get this back on here. Oh, that's acting really goofy. Did it not? Because, you know, I hinge these. That must have been way off. Okay, I'll deal with it later. Sorry. All right. I like to bone anytime I have any kind of folding like this. I like to use my bone folder. Oh, there it is. Because it just gives it a, you know, crisp edge. A lot of people say, oh, just fold it and, you know, just really... No, it just, a bone folder just gives it a really crisp edge that nothing else can. Not a fingernail, not a, you know, I mean, if you had like the back of your scissors, you could use it, but something that's really going to give it a nice crisp edge. So there's my roof. And so it says backside to backside. All right. And then you have 2 of these pieces. So we're going to fold this back and again, and then we're going to fold this little tab back like that. And then the same thing with this one. And here. Okay. Oh, and we got to keep folding. So this is going to be our roof support. So we are going to fold this long piece back. And, oh, little kitty hair. Of course, he had to jump up here and help me a little bit. And then we're going to fold one piece back. Make sure that's lined up. And with a bone folder, you can correct that. Okay. And it's going to look like that. We're not going to do anything to this one yet. It's actually going to be folded the opposite direction. And then the little rubber band pieces. And these are going to go inside. I was just using scrap paper, so I don't think it's really a big deal. Okay. So, okay, fold. Front side to front side. Okay, B. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and fold this one. I just didn't read far enough in my instructions. Instructions. All right. Oh, kitty hair. All right. So you're going to have one folded one way and one folded the other way. And then this folds back. Okay. And then these, which are going to be the rubber band holders. Looks like we're going to fold these back. That one back. And they are scored, you know. They have little scores when you run them through the machine. Make sure they're lined up well. Because, yeah. Okay. And this one, oh my goodness, one of these little kitty hairs keep showing up. Oops, I'm not through with that one. Okay, so this. Let me see here. Fold front side to, okay, B. Front side to front side along the dash. Okay. All right, so it looks like these come in. So they're like this. These are going to be folded. Oh. Okay, and then it shows. Let me see. Let me get this right. Because they're all going to fold the same way. Fold front side to front side along. Okay. So these are going to go front side to the front side. Ah, these little kitty hairs. I'm going to have to vacuum here. All right, let me do this one. Trying to follow what it says in order here. Okay, front side to front side. Burnish those. Okay, and then it says, got to fold it in half, which it's scored there. Front side to front side. This one. Front side to front side. Okay, and then these are going to come forward too. All right. And these are going to come forward. And burnish those. Okay, so we have all that folded, all that folded. Let me set that aside. Okay, so we're going to glue these two together. Okay, and I'm doing it just like the picture shows. So this one down, here's our little tab. We're going to put glue there and put this one on top like so. Kitty hair. All right, so glue. And of course you don't want to go all the way to this, to the fold line. I mean, you want to go right up to it. You don't want to go over it because it has to bend. Oops. Just make sure it's on there well. Okay, that's going to have to dry. All right, next page. Let's try this page. All right, so then we're going to glue these down. Okay, while that's setting up, these are our rubber band holders here. So it shows to put glue here and here, fold over, here and here, fold over, and the same thing on this one. You know, always the first time you do something, it's a little scary. And you think, oh, am I really doing this right? And sometimes you don't. Remember, it's only paper. But anyway, you do it once and then it's like, oh, yeah, and then it's just so easy. All right. Put that to the side. Let those set up a little bit. We'll be careful. All right, now it's showing to get this back. All right, so we are going to flip this over. So it looks just like the picture. So we are going to place one of these right here on this score line and this one on this score line. Yes. All right. Make sure we're reading these instructions right. Okay, apply adhesive to the back side of pop-up pieces as shown in pink. Align center fold of the pop-up pieces, okay, as shown. Then adhere to back side of house as shown. Okay, so they're just going to go down straight like this. Let me make sure. Hang on a second. Okay, I had to think about this for a second. All right, so we have folded these pieces forward. All right, this was folded in half, and then these were folded. Okay, so we're going to turn this over, and it needs to look like that. Okay, because when we line this up on this crease, we're going to glue these two tabs down, and then when this opens, it will look like a little V poking out there. All right. All right, let's do this. It's a little confusing, but remember it's going to look like that. All right, so let's glue, put some glue here and here, and you're going to lay this down flat. All right, I'm going to line up the score line with the score line and hold that down, whoops, right there at the edge. That's going to take just a second. Okay, and let's do this one. So glue and glue. Okay, lay it flat. We're going right on top of score line on score line at the bottom there. And then press your tabs down. Do, 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 ABC, 1, 2, 3, row, row, row your boat. All right, this is still going to take a little bit to set up here. Let me see if I can show you. So when these fold, see what's happening there? Okay, because your rubber band's going to go through those little slots and holes there. All right, going to let that set up. So while that's setting up, we need rubber bands. So we need 2. And you need to be smarter than what you're working with. All right, 2 of those. Those look really long too. And it says you're supposed to tie them in a knot. Tying a knot in the center of the rubber band. So they want you to do it like this. Because you're just going to have one loop and one loop. So how do you... Am I being dumb? Hang on. Okay, I was trying to make it harder. 1 rubber band, not 2. Come on, Rhonda. So you're just going to tie a knot in the middle to shorten it. Like that. Okay. Golly. Don't be a dummy, Rhonda. All right. All right, we're going to attach these. Let's see here. Is that still going to be? All right. So I'm going to fold these down. Fold this down. Make sure we're doing this correctly. Folding like you're supposed to. All right. So you see what those look like? And you see the little tabbies? Oh, I'm glad I did one in a different color because that one's really hard to see. Okay. So see what that looks like? Okay. All right. Oh, and we need to add this little jobber to the top. All right. So which is the back and which is the front? Apply adhesive to the back side of the roof support shown in pink. All right. I guess it really doesn't matter because you just need to make sure you have one going one way and one the other. All right. And it may, as soon as I figure this out. All right. Okay. I'm looking at my pictures, you know. Got to read pictures. All right. So glue on that. And we're going to go over to this side. We're going to line it up. Right there. And let that dry. Take a hold, take a hold. All right, when are we supposed to decorate it? Are we already supposed to decorate it? Embellish house and roof if desired. Oh, yeah, we were already supposed to decorate it. I got ahead of myself here. But we're still good because we're still flat. All right, so I'm going to turn this over. This is what we have. And we're going to embellish. So let's lay this out quickly and see what we're going to do. One of these ends are going to be the front of the house. Like that. And let's see, we have a little round window. Do we want it, or we could put, I mean, you could make any part of the house. Let me see what they did. Okay, so you can make the end with the door. You can make this side with the door. Whatever your little heart desires. All right, let's lay this out and just see. Do we want a little window up there? We need some bushes. And you could actually put it right there on the fold. Just fold it, you know. That's going to be the sides. We need a window or 2. Do we want a wreath on the door? If we wanted to. I didn't make a back door. We don't have to have a back door. We'll just make windows everywhere. Little half windows. Okay, let me play with this for just a second. Okay, of course I changed my mind 15 times, but this is what I have. So we're not going to use this because I'm going to put the little post, little mailbox kind of thing right there. I mean, you could put that, but not use the post thing, but that's a lot of green. I did 2 little windows here with a little window box, which, you know, you could do a window box here and one there, but I'm not going to go back and cut and color another one. So we're just going to do that in the middle just because I can. It's my house, right? All right. Let's glue this down. And I really wish, really wish, if anybody has any pull with Diamond Press, I wish there wasn't so much white around everything. I mean, that's my only complaint with Diamond Press. I mean, everything else is just fantastic. Everything cuts like butter. Their designs, I mean, everything is just fantastic. But there's just a lot of white. And I'm not going to fussy cut, because Lord knows that would just drive me over the edge. But I don't think it would be a big deal just to kind of take a few millimeters off there. Don't you think? So, just saying. I mean, on some things it's not too bad, real noticeable. You know, you don't really pay that much attention to it. But on something like this, you really notice it. Okay. And I did a little shading here and there. And I used alcohol markers, used marker paper. Put that down there. And then, oh, got itchy there. All right. Let's put our front door on. Got to be able to get in and out, huh? Anyway, I think this would be just fantastic for a new neighbor, somebody that just bought a house. Oops. All kinds of, you know, welcome home. Did I get that off kilter? No. Somebody that's been away for a long time. And you don't even have to make it pop up if you don't want to. Just make a flat. Get that off just a little bit. That's not moving though. That's all right. It's homemade. Anyway, make a flat card, which would be really pretty. Oh, that's a little high. And then you don't have to go through all of this if you didn't want to. Bushy bush bush. Okay, let's put these on. I haven't heard anything if Diamond Press is doing something for Christmas in July. I would sure think that they are. Haven't received an email, because usually I do. And I haven't heard VNA say anything, but oops, ooh, I messed that up. Quit talking, Rhonda. Because she's, you know, she's in the know. I haven't watched every single video, you know, in a while. Usually I'm pretty faithful on that, but I haven't watched her a whole lot lately. So if she said anything, I missed it. So what's, oops, sorry, I'm bumping you there. So what's the hardest part for you guys in card making? Is it the coloring? Is it the cutting out? Is it the designing? Usually it goes pretty quickly for me once I figure out the colors, which that usually takes me a little bit. You know, how many times have I said it's just like getting dressed, the little black skirt or black pants, and then you pick out a blouse, and then your jewelry and your shoes, and sometimes you're just not feeling the jewelry, so you change the blouse, and you know what it's like getting ready. So I kind of say that's how I make cards too. So sometimes I will cut and color everything that's in the set, and then, you know, may not use half of it or all of it, but you just have pieces for something else later on. All right. Oh, I think I've got it. So this was good though. This gave the other part these parts plenty of time to set up and dry. All right, now, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? All right, we've got to put the rubber band. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. Pull a little bit, stretch it out. All right. So we're going to put it here through these little slots and into the little holes there. Think, oh my goodness. Get in there. There we go. Maybe. I guess you want it even too, because you don't want it slanchways when it pulls. Okay, down in there. Okay, so what I did was even that up, so it was kind of lopsided. I even that up. So now we're going to put it on the other side. Oh, like this. Okay, I'm sorry you can't see me, but I'm just doing the same thing on this side. This is not as easy as it looks. Let me bend that up. Okay, there's one side and the other side. Come on. Okay, into the little holes. Oh, nope. That one's being sneaky. Bend it up a little bit. Come on, get in there. Don't be so cantankerous. Work with me a little bit here. I know I'm just being easy. Okay. So this is what we have. Straighten that up a little bit. So that's what that looks like. All right. Now we have the rubber band on. Rubber band. Flip it over. Okay. So we need to glue this tab over here. It's going to tuck under there. And we're going to glue this other tab right here at the top. So see, you have one going this way and one facing that way. So when you fold it either direction, it's going to be opposite directions. Does that make sense? All right. Does it say to do? Nope. Just says to do one and do the other, but doesn't say where. Just shows both. Okay. So we're going to line this up with that eave. Let's see. We'll just bend it so that way you can make sure. I wonder if you. No, don't put too much pressure on it. Okay, so I'm just making sure it's lined up. Oh, and it's not. Come on. Sneak up there. Get up there. That's a little difficult. Okay. All right. So I'm holding that for just a minute. And then let's make sure I didn't have any right here. Come on. Make sure that's right on the corner. Got good glue coverage. Good glue coverage. Because there's going to be pressure put on this from the rubber bands. Okay, let that dry. And then we're going to put glue right here on this tab. Make sure you have it to the edges. And then bring this together. It's going to go right under there. And you're going to have to kind of hold it and finagle it because there's pressure on it already. Just make sure you're right there on the edge. Make sure the bottom lines up. Come on, there you go. One good thing about this Nuvo glue, it does set up pretty quickly, but you do have a little bit of wiggle room. Not a whole lot, but this is looking really cute. All right. All right, now we need to glue on our roof line. So let's see, what is this going to look like? The instructions are, did I do that? Wait a minute. Should that go to the other roof line? Yep, okay. No? It's supposed to be zigzag like that. It's not showing from, because they're supposed to be opposite. See, because this is the way it's going to lay. And that's not going to be really straight. Maybe I didn't get it lined up really well enough. Or should it be lined up with the other side? Oh, hang on. Can I do it? Oh, come on, come on, come on. Okay, I may have done it correctly. I'm just... Oh, come on. I'm going to have to fix all that. Okay, no, that was... All right, let me see here. Okay, that was correct. I did do it the right way. It just wasn't squared up enough where when it laid like it was supposed to. Okay, so let me just fix this. It's okay. Everybody just calm down. It's just paper. This will make it a little stronger with this extra glue here. Okay, let me put that back together. So I think my fold got off a little bit. So what I'll do probably is lay it down like this and see if that will match up. See, that matches up. Okay, so was it supposed to be... Well, that's going both the same direction. And the pictures aren't just really great. So... All right, well, it looks like it should go just like this. Because when you lay it down, it works like this. And when you lay it like that, it works just fine. Okay. This is what I'm doing. The instructions aren't really clear to me. So this tabby is going this way. And this tab is going to go the same direction. Because that's how it just seems, it just works better. See, when you lay it down, it lines up great. That's just where I tore that. Let me turn that off a little bit. Scissors. This little bit. Okay. So yeah, when you lay this down, see, that just lines up perfectly. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Because I was thinking they were supposed to go opposite directions, and maybe they are, but to me it's not working out. Okay, we're going to line it just with that rough line. Hold it for just a minute. Yeah, if you do this, see what you think, because like I said, the way I took it, it was supposed to be kind of opposite, but go the opposite direction. And maybe it was, maybe this tab is supposed to go on this side. Anyway, this is going to work just fine. Like I said, it's just kind of hard to see on those instructions. Let me add a little piece of glue here. And that's just from where I took it apart. All right, well, learned something together here. Again, if it's supposed to go the opposite direction and it works, great, but we know that it works if they both go the same direction, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. This tab is facing this direction, and this tab is facing the same direction. And what I did is I flipped it over, but lined up this part here. Okay, that was my boob up. Okay, so I'm 90% sure this tab should be facing this direction. I just lined up the wrong thing, but it will still work. Okay, hope that makes sense. I hope I didn't confuse you too bad. I'm sorry, but it will work either direction. Okay, all right, we're going to put the roof on, and let's see. It says we're going to fold this down and put glue right there. And I'm just going to dry fit it here. And so when this lays down, let's see, it's going to go this direction. So then that should just go flat like that, because that's all you're going to glue is this little tab right here. And why couldn't we glue it just like that? It'd be a lot easier. You're just going to center it. Okay, let's try it. If it doesn't work, then you'll know not to do that. Oops, don't get glue there. We don't want that glued. I just think this would be easier. Anytime you have something flat and you're lining it up in the middle, all the way to the top. Talk amongst yourselves. Give you a topic. Hot weather. Don't start yelling, I know it's hot. All right, let's try this before it gets really glued. Okay, there we go. So to me, instead of trying to hold it in the air and line it up and do all that, it was just easier to lay it flat, line it up in the middle, fold it over, and then let it dry. That's much easier than... Okay. All right, well, we have a little house here. I think... So this is what it looks like. Very cute. Let me get that's a little distracting. Very cute. I'm thinking, okay, so when you smush it to put it in an envelope, okay, you don't want to smush it this direction because you see the rubber band's not doing anything. You want tension on it so it will kind of pop up, you know, when they pull it out of the envelope. So you want to pull it like this and then slide it into an envelope so when they pull it out, and I think that needs a little more tension. I think I would tie 2 knots in it. Yeah, on those big rubber bands, I would make 2 knots to, like I said, tighten it up a little more because, see, it's pretty flimsy. I mean, pretty loose, I should say. All right, so let's wrap this thing up. I've been going way too long. But on some of these, I want you to really see and understand and learn from my mistakes. So make it easier on you guys. All right, so again, we're going to fold it where there's tension. So it's a little difficult to shut. You got to hold it. And so this is a 5x7 envelope. And it's going to slide right in. And we've got to add one more piece to the welcome home. So it fits in there just perfectly. So the envelopes, I always like to stamp a little something to let them know kind of what's inside, a little hint. Plus, I just think it's an extra touch. So, you know, you have your return address and then address too and your stamps. I just think that that's, you know, a little something. So what that is a welcome, and then that's bushes. You have to be careful if you're coloring. You don't want it to bleed through. Put something in there. If you're using watercolor markers or alcohol markers, I would probably use a pencil, colored pencils, so I won't have to worry about it bleeding through or anything. And then when they open it up and pull it out, then it should just pop up. And I forgot, we're going to add this. So here, this one is Welcome to the Neighborhood. And you could actually pop this up if you wanted to, but I'm going to leave it flat. And center it right there. All right, I think we are done. Welcome to the neighborhood. Welcome to the hood, people. Anyway, I just think that's really cute. Very, very cute. And then again, fold it where there's tension. See how that just folds flat? Slide it into your 5x7 envelope. And it fits just perfectly. Ta-da! All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I hope it wasn't too long. Like I said, you know, with some of these things, it's a little difficult. Some people can read the instructions and go bam, bam, bam. And other ones, you know, you got to read the picture, read the instructions, and you still mess up a little bit, but that's fine. We'll mess up together. All right. So until next time, thanks for hanging out in my hood. All right. Till next time, bye for now.